I can't tell you just how important being productive is, whether you're streaming, you're a content creator, or you work from home or you work on the go. Like having the tools and the resources to consistently make sure you are meeting the end-to-end day-to-day workload is very important. And one of the biggest things that I could think of is dual monitors. Like you can see back here, I have my typical dual monitor setup. So whether I'm working from home at this desk, or maybe I'm working on some content, editing some video, having that little setup there, I can't live without it. A lot of us these days can't live without dual monitors. So what happens when you're on the go? You're traveling, you're working on a laptop. What are you gonna do if you don't have a second screen? For a situation like this is where KYY comes in. This is a 1080p 15.6 portable monitor, the K3 version. Let's talk about why this may be that workstation monitor that you need that's usually under $100. Quick disclaimer, this was sent over by KYY. They reached out to me, asked me to take a look at it, try it out, and they have no influence on any of my opinion whatsoever. So I've had this for just shy of a month now. I want to give it a good test run to make sure that if I want to recommend it to people, it meets my needs or exceeds my needs. And none of this has any influence just because they sent me this product for free. I do get to keep it, but that's about it. So that's my little description there. Let's get back to the video. I've reviewed a couple portable monitors on this channel, and I've used them for different things, whether it's for gaming, whether it's for working on the go, or you want to play old systems and make it a little bit more portable, or you want to hook up your Switch while you're traveling on a bigger screen. That is no different for something like KYY. So they sent this to me, asked me to take a look at it, see how it compares to other competition. And to be quite honest with you, I'm kind of impressed with this. For something that you could get usually on sale for less than $80. This might be the next big TikTok monitor. So the first thing off the bat I notice is that you get a really nice, it's like a fabricy case, and they say it's scratch resistant and waterproof, right? Like you can see me here, like you see some marks from my nails, but that's about it. Let's actually get some water and test that out. Oh my God, I spilled that all over. It soaks a little bit on it, but I mean, it holds up. So if you're working and you spill your drink, the monitor itself is still relatively clean. The screen itself is not waterproof though. Do not submerge the screen. So what do you get with this monitor? It's 15.6 inches. It is 1080p, 60 frames a second. This is really the perfect productivity monitor. And the reason why I actually like this one versus the other one, and this is going to sound very stupid for some people, but to me, it makes so much sense. I actually love where the placement of the USB-C connectors are. So you get two USB-C connectors to connect it either to a power source or to two different devices, and you get micro HDMI. And you get them on the right side. So for someone who, like me, I'm typically using my primary monitor on the right. So like if I'm streaming or something, like this is my regular monitor. I could use a small USB 3.2 cord like this. This doesn't come with a package. You get a really nice long one, but this is my own personal little guy for travel. But I could hook this up and have it on the left side of my laptop. And for people who like me are kind of OCD about my stuff, it's just chef's kiss. Otherwise, it's a really decent monitor and different from other competition, but you do get an actual headphone port here. So if you don't have a headphone port on your laptop or on your gaming device and you want to listen with headphones, you can actually plug in headphones here. So if you're using this for like retro console gaming, like an Xbox or even like a PlayStation or old school system like that, and that doesn't have native headphone support, you can actually plug your headphones into here and listen to your game without disturbing others. As far as the monitor itself, like I would say this is it's very lightweight, and I love this like space gray, gunmetal gray that it has. It has a very nice sturdy frame. Honestly, like I don't worry about damaging this too much, especially traveling, putting it in a backpack, taking it out, putting it back in, taking it out. Honestly, you get a pretty decent value, like I said, for what it's usually on sale for. Now it has a rocker switch here that can control whether it's the volume or the brightness of the screen. You have a little power button here. And also if you push it down, you get more OSD options like changing your color. If you want to go HDR, you can go HDR. And it works natively with both Windows and Mac systems. So whichever laptop device you're using, this will work for it. For someone who has like a space gray or space black, like look how clean this looks. Like it looks perfect to match and complement with my laptop. Now, there are a lot of different competitors out there. And I could tell you that when I was first looking for a monitor, I was going between two brands, between KYY and another brand. I will say after using what I really see as the top two brands in this space, outside of like the first parties like Asus and all those other brands, that honestly, it's the best bang for your buck. Because like the only thing a monitor like this really is missing is like Visa mount support. Like I would love, right, to be able to like have like a mount or like a magnetic mount or something like this and be able to like attach it onto like a desk setup and then take it like if I go somewhere else later. It has magnets here in the back which do help for the stand, and they say you can use this in both portrait and landscape modes. It just requires some setting tweaks on your computer, but other than that, like you really can't go wrong with a monitor like this. Except I wish I did have features like that, but I might be getting a little bit picky. I think there are some brands that have Visa mount support, but maybe I'm just wishful thinking. Now, who is this for? Honestly, I would really recommend, because it's limited to 60 frames per second. Yes, it's good for retro console games that don't push the limits to like 120 hertz. It's compatible. You could use it with newer systems like an Xbox Series X or S, or even a PS5. However, because it is capped at 60 frames per second, I would probably recommend this more for retro console gamers and also for business productivity. Like I could see if people who are streaming and they want a second monitor to like monitor all their chat, using something like this to monitor your stream status in your chat is by far probably the best setup you can use it for outside of like retro gaming and stuff like that. Other uses that I actually have personally used mine for, I use it as a monitor when I'm recording video. So rather than using like a little 7-inch screen, I could actually plug this in and like use it to record or watch myself as I'm recording video. So rather than looking at the little like LCD screen on the back of my camera, it actually helps when you're framing shots and stuff like that. Or I might actually hook it up to like a wireless display unit and then give it to like a client so they can hold on to it while I'm like doing like product shots or something like that. Kind of that whole like director kind of monitor. If you have any questions regarding the KYY portable monitor, this is the K3 version. You can leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions or any troubleshooting you may have. Also, if you want to purchase this, there is a link pinned in the comments and in the description as well, so you can go ahead and make a purchase. It will be an affiliate link, so if you do purchase it, it's going to help me in the long run. Otherwise, I'm Joe. This has been Mods to Excel, and as always, get out, go shoot, and go create. Catch you guys later. Peace.